joined today by Matthew Bowles, Managing Director at Alto Metals. Matthew, thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks.
2022 was all about drilling. What did you achieve, but what did you learn?
It was a big year. We drilled about 50,000 metres of drilling. At the beginning of the year we had a resource update that came out, and we just hit it really hard this year. We've had some fantastic drill results, not only from Lord Nelson, big thick sort of 60 plus metre wide intercepts, but also at Indomitable, which is part of our Alpha domain. So some nice shallow high grade zones. So it's really just following on from 2021 and just following on those great results.
So this is at Sandstone. Why is this project so compelling and it piqued so much of your interest?
Well, look, I've followed Sandstone for a long time. It's a big sort of, our project covers, big greenstone belt over Sandstone. It's about 700 square kilometres. It's had a long history of gold production. It's already produced over 1.3 million ounces of gold. And there's been not a lot of drilling deeper than 100 metres. As you know, these big orogenic gold systems, that's where the gold's coming from. So really it's just been focused on sort of like near surface oxide. That's part of the factor is gold price. And now we're going back in, there's no mill there, and we're not being driven by sort of like production. So it's really just demonstrating how big this can be. And the more that we're sort of drilling, we just demonstrated that gold's extending further along strike and at depth.
And you've just started talking about Australasia. It's a project you haven't spoken about for some time. Why all of a sudden has this project jumped up into the limelight?
Yeah, look, it's always been there, and I guess because Sandstone's been around for so long, and everyone's got their favourite targets. And now, as you've been following our story, we've consistently been growing our resources at what we've been calling our Alpha domain, which is all of our resources are. And there's multiple other targets, other historic mines, and Australasia are just an example of two of those. I mean, these were two of the highest grade mines, certainly in Western Australia at the time. They were mining in the early 1900s. They both produced over 200,000 ounces at 25 grams and 16 grams per tonne. So really hard to ignore, and yet that hasn't been our focus for a while. And there's some tantalising grades there, and we've taken some new structural interp, and working out how we can sort of target these more effectively, and also looking at it from a regional point of view. I mean, they're both running on a north-south structure, and there's a sort of a 4 to 5 kilometre gap between the major sort of UME shear, and who knows what's lurking in that area. There's a lot of historical workings that are running also on a north-south trend, so there could potentially be another one of the Australasia repeat reefs there, which would be really exciting. So that's part of our regional side, part of that regional exploration. We're not getting distracted from Alpha domain, but no, it's a good sort of target.
As you say, a busy 2022. What does 2023 look like? Where's the attention going to be?
Yeah, so it's going to be another big year. We're planning on drilling sort of 50 plus thousand metres again of drilling, just to rapidly grow that resource. Again, it's all very shallow, so continuing to open certainly within the Alpha domain, but also sort of attacking some of these regional targets. And we won't spread ourselves too thin. I think sort of Australasia is certainly one of the better ones, but it just demonstrates the quality of those projects in our pipeline. So it's a lot more drilling, hopefully a few more discoveries, and a lot more high-grade gold.
Shareholders love drilling, they love discoveries, they love high-grade gold. All the recipes of success there for Alto Metals and its shareholders. Matthew, thanks for your time.
Great, thanks David.